Hi there, Mark here again, and welcome to this video where we're going to be looking at this 16889 Haiboxing or HBX racing truck or monster truck, and we're going to see if we can make a couple of little upgrades. With it I was sent these parts, so we've got some oil filled shocks, and we've got the dog bones, and we've got the CVD or constant velocity joints for the front, and the wheel nuts that will go with these to help secure the wheels on. So basically it's great as it is. Although it's got friction shocks, it's quite bouncy, as you can see, but it does seem to handle quite well even with these shocks. But anyway, I've got the nice hop up, so let's get them fitted. The first thing we need to do is to get the wheels off, and then we can start unbolting the shocks and see how we get these standard drive shafts out. So I started with the box wrench, but it is actually easier to get these out with a screwdriver. So I'll do that on the rest of the wheels. You might be able to see that the hex is actually part of the wheel itself. It isn't a separate hex as on a lot of the Tamiya wheels and kits. So yeah, that's all in one. So that's all the wheels off. Just an interesting note you might be able to see. There are no pins that you normally get to drive the wheels in the hex. It's just kind of a four-way spline on there, if you can see, but very unusual. But obviously we'll be taking these out in a sec, so what I'm going to do now is just unscrew the tops and bottoms of the shocks and see how we go from there. It's all coming apart quite nicely. So keep these screws in a safe place. We need those again for the new shocks. Okay, all of that was quite easy to do. So what I need to do now to get to these drive shafts is I think I'm going to take this top screw out here and hopefully be able to pivot the hub carrier out the way, or the axle carrier out the way, and the same on the front. I think if I take these top screws out, they should fold out. Well, we'll just have a go anyway. Let's do the back one first. Okay, so yeah, the back one, just take that top screw or undo it so you can pull that arm out, and this does indeed come away. So there's the drive shaft out. I need to get the axle out now, which is a very tight fit. Okay, so these are a very tight fit. I think this plastic end here sticks into that bearing, the bearings come away with that. So, but anyway, it's come out after a bit of persuading. I managed to lever it with a screwdriver, so we need to get that bearing off. Again, that's a very tight fit. So that's the axle, and the bearings are now removed, but yeah, word of warning, be careful. You might notice I've got a bit of a plaster on my finger. I managed to slice the end of my finger with that screwdriver trying to get those bearings off. So yeah, RC can be dangerous. Yeah, be careful. So yeah, get the new wheel shaft, just simply pop that in through the bearings, get the new dog bone or drive shaft, and we need to just pop that one end in there and the other into the wheel shaft, and replace that top wishbone or A-arm, as Tamiya call them. Okay, so I've just test fitted the rear drive shafts, and I've hit a little problem. I don't know if you can see here, if I push this up, it's actually binding. It's like the drive shaft is too long, or the dog bone, and it's binding as it goes through its stroke, and I don't think I'd be able to run it like that without doing any damage. But I've had a play with the other side, as you can see. This one's moving freely, so I'll just show you what I did to free that up. Okay, this is going to be difficult to see on camera, I think, but if you'll just have to take my word for it. This is the standard cup, the ball cup, and it's not really drilled very deeply, whereas this one now, you might be able to tell, I've got a small drill, and I've just drilled into there a couple of millimetres just to deepen that recess now, so that the dog bone ball end fits right down into there, which it wasn't before. You can see with this one. So yeah, just a couple of millimeters drilled into there with, I think it was a 5mm drill, and that sorted the problem out. I don't know if it's the problem with the ones I've been sent that were free with the car, or whether you need to put the metal output cups on the differential. But anyway, if like me you do get them and there's a problem, you can sort it out, although it is a bit of a pain. But you'll be glad to know that I've just test fitted the front one and we've got no problems with the front CVD ones. So I'll show you how I did that in a second. I'll just go and modify the second of these drive cups and get it all back together. Okay, so that's both of those wheel axles, or the cups in them, adapted, and they're both working freely now, as you can see. So that's that done. I'll just show you how I did the front one. As I said, what you need to do is undo this one screw at the top here. Just pop that off and the whole thing should come out. Just give that a push on the bench and the old axles come out. Again, I've got to get that bearing off there. Try not to cut my finger this time. So get the new shaft, pop that bearing on. Just pop the other end in the output cup and put the screw back in. Okay, it's as easy as that. So that's the front one's done. That was nice and easy. So now let's get those shocks on. So basically just use the same screws and the same mounting holes that you took the old ones off from. There's the front one. And the rear, I'll just get the other two on the other side. Okay. They're all on and working fine, so all I need to do now is get the four wheels back on, and because we've changed over to the new wheel shafts, you will need to put the metal pin through the hole in the axle there. Put your wheel back on, try and locate that pin in the slot in the wheel, and then put on your nylock nut. So there we have it. It's all upgraded now. I must say, you can really feel the difference just by pushing the chassis down. The suspension is so much more supple that you can feel the shock, and if I drop it, it just plants. There's no bounce whatsoever. It does feel completely transformed. So yeah, the shocks, nice simple straight swap, gotta recommend that. I hope you'll join me on the run video where we'll go and try it out. As for the drive shafts, well yeah, the front CV joints, straight swap, no problem at all with those, recommended. The rear ones, as you saw, I did have a bit of a problem with that. I know that quite a few other RC channels have had these kits with these upgrades supplied. It'd be interesting to see if theirs go straight in or if they have a problem like I did. Yeah, so look out for that. And lastly, just a quick shout out to Tony at Tony's RC Tech. He's put his tyres on the other way around like I have, so I've copied him, swapped the tread round so it's facing the other direction. He reckons it'll get more grip, and I must admit I think he might have a point. So cheers for that one, Tony. Be fun to try this one. All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching. I hope you join me on the next test run, and take care out there. I'll see you soon. Bye.